Hello once again everyone and welcome to Kruznik's Sanctuary. I'm your host Kruznik X, alongside me the beautiful Arya Stormborn.
Heyo.
So I'm working my way through patch 5.2, Echoes of a Fallen Star, and we've got a few more storylines to drag through the mud, so in this episode we're going to be continuing the Eden storyline. Now where we left off is a little bit weird. So we discovered kind of like a primal. We discovered Eden in the Empty, which is over in the distance. And while our basic job, our job basically is trying to restore ether to the Empty. So, through various fights and, through various battles, we have restored fire and water to, fire, water, and earth to it, but we also faced an interesting battle the last time. Well, first we fought Eden itself, then we fought a swarm of foes approaching. Whoops, no, did not want to do that. Following that, we fought Titan and Leviathan in some very interesting forms, and restored earth and water to the Empty. So, but we also encountered a strange girl who just happened to be in the armor of the thing we faced in the second fight. Who apparently is the Oracle of Darkness, at least according to Reen. But who knows what's going to go on in this next part of the storyline. Let's just get right down to it and continue the storyline with the level 80 quest, Away with the Faerie. Ah, there you are. I'm part of the team helping with the highly classified and very, very secret thing. The fact of the matter is, I've come to inform you of a rather interesting development. It's about the girl who was brought back from the Empty. She's finally woken up, you see. Yelfort! And Chris, too! We heard the news from Thancred. Is it true? Why, yes, it most certainly is. Apparently, her name is Gaia. She claims to be a free citizen of Yulmore, although she remembers nothing of the events leading up to her attack on Eden. She's lost her memory? Parts of it, at the very least. We also cannot be sure whether she's telling the truth or if it is merely a ruse. She's yet to display any hostility, which is encouraging, I suppose. And Thancred's with her now, is she? Yes. He's taken her to Yulmore, mainly to verify what she's told us so far. Quiz the locals, that sort of thing. After that, the plan is to come back here, though they're taking rather longer than I'd anticipated. I do hope nothing is amiss. So what, do we just sit here and wait for them? Good grief! Are you always this slow? Oh, whoops. At this rate, it'll be dark again before we know it! The night sky is Hey, returning is all well and good, but it does make each day seem awfully short. And are you still dragging your heels back there? At least act as if you've got a purpose, would you?
Dem lips, dough! Now look here, I'm not one of your servants. Why don't you try carrying your own luggage for a change?
Thancred, you're back!
You lot are sorry for sore eyes. Yes, even you, Urianger. Gaia and I have just finished shipping her personal effects from Yulmore.
I'm glad we could finally meet. Properly, I mean. So, did you learn anything useful?
Other than where she lives, not an awful lot. Her supposed neighbors barely knew the first thing about her. Hell, she barely knows the first thing about herself. Her recollection of her life in Yulmore is patchy at best. But she seems convinced that she'll regain her memory if she accompanies us, and so she invited herself to join our merry band. And for her first act, she ordered me to carry her luggage.
If you insist on standing around talking, might I suggest finding a place to sit down first? My feet are killing me.
Then perhaps you should have chosen more sensible footwear. Still, it's not such a bad idea. Shall we? I can assure you, Yumi probably wants that frickin' outfit. Kinda wish Yumi was here right now.
Crap.
What?
Oh, I'm just dying, that's all.
Oh. Alright, let's crack some coin purses. Probably not.
So you don't remember anything at all? Not attacking us? Not falling unconscious?
Such selective amnesia would rightly raise suspicion within those of a cautious mind. Yet if she does speak the truth, it would lend credence to my current hypothesis, though, admittedly, some further... Not now, Urianger. She's only just woken up. We don't want to bore her back to sleep. In any case, I prefer to follow my instincts, and they're telling me that Gaia means us no harm. After much deliberation, I thought it only right to let her know about our work in the empty, as a sign of goodwill. After all, trust works both ways. Though, I would ask you, Chris, not to let your guard down just yet.
So you're the one I'm supposed to have fought? Come to think of it, I recognize you from somewhere.
So you should, considering you tried to kill me.
Well, if Thancred's version of events is anything to go by, you weren't exactly holding back yourself. Still, it seems I didn't give you much of a choice but to defend yourself, so let's call it even. Not that I have any recollection of it. It's like remembering fragments of a dream, only to realize those things actually happened. It's as though my whole life has been leading to this.
Thou speakest as though thou didst expect these events.
I guess you could say that. It's what the Faerie tells me. I can't see it, but it's as though there's someone else inside me, and I can hear its voice in my head. It whispers to me and lets me use its power. Magic, I suppose you could call it. Not that I know much about that sort of thing.
And this power alloweth thee to tear open the fabric betwixt realities, that thou mayest call forth the ether-starved denizens of what remaineth of the 13th.
What? Was that supposed to mean something, or are you just spouting random words at me? Honestly, I don't know how you all put up with this. I've only just met him, and his insufferable prattle is already giving me a headache. Gods, I still can't believe I'm having this conversation. And to think that I was flying about in a suit of armor, waving a sword. That doesn't sound like me at all. Someone else inside you? Like Minfilia was inside me.
Aye, the similarities cannot be ignored. Though it is too early to say with certainty, Gaia may well be the Oracle of Darkness.
The Oracle of Darkness? What does this mean?
It means that you may have been right when you said she has something in common with Emmett Selk. Those who have been used as a living host by an Ascian have no recollection of events that occurred during their possession. This I know from personal experience. But Gaia seems to have some memories still, even if they're a little hazy. Moreover, she has remained in control of herself even when she heard the voice within, much like you and Minfilia. And though Rin was very much her own person, Minfilia's presence did exert a change upon her outward appearance, granting her hair and eyes a hue akin to that of our dear departed friend. It is therefore not unthinkable that Gaia's raven locks may be a manifestation of the darkness which hath come to reside within her.
But I was born like this, and my parents, they both had black hair too. Or at least I think they did. It's been so long since I saw them, I can't remember too well. But enough about me. You're Minfilia, aren't you? The Oracle of Light, who they were hosting in Yulmore. That's right. Though imprisoning is a better word. They kept me locked away, and I didn't know much about Yulmore and its people, or the rest of the world for that matter. I see. And how exactly did the Oracle of Light come to run with the Warrior of Darkness? Well, it all started when...
And a full-blown Stormblood Shadowbringers story.
Yes. I still remember the day everyone went raving mad and Lord Vothry fled. Everything after that is still a blur, though.
Wait. So that's when she disappeared? From what Gaia's told me, she wasn't part of the mob that attacked us. But how was she able to resist Vothry's control? Mayhap 'twas the intervention of this Faerie of whom she speaketh. As curious as that may be, we still don't know why she appeared out of nowhere as soon as Eden took flight.
This is just a guess, but I'd say that the Faerie reacted to it in some way, and for whatever reason made me go after it. Yes, that seems like the only explanation. I don't know about you lot, but I've had enough nattering. I'm going back to Eden. What? But why? The Faerie wanted something from Eden, and knowing what that is will bring me a step closer to discovering exactly what's been living inside my head all these years. Besides, my memories aren't going to restore themselves, and certainly not through idle chit-chat. So, I'm going, and that's that. Gaia, wait!
Insufferable. Utterly insufferable. And yet we can't well leave her to her devices. Come on. Alright, let's fly. Whoops, wrong button.
That's for something totally else and totally different. Oh man, I haven't listened to this music in ages. Oh, whoops, I went the wrong way. Alright, let's drop down here to his destination and continue. Wait for me! Well, shit. Gaia! It seems I've no choice. Huh? What the shit? Oh, right. Spell in waiting. That was some ballsy ass shit. What am I? Damn, that was some ballsy I was like, wait, did it not work? And then I forgot who she was. What are you all gawping at? I don't mean to stare, but it's not every day I see magic like that. So, this is the power of the Faerie you spoke of. Ever since I was a child, it has whispered to me, telling me what to do. That's how I came to use its power. But there are things I can't even explain. Holes ripped in thin air, terrifying creatures crawling out, ghastly-looking blades and armor appearing out of nowhere. But worst of all is the dark energy that comes from inside. This power, it feels as though it's only flowing through me and never truly mine. And even when it answers my call, it always takes a few moments for the spells to work.
So in summary, you don't have control over the magic.
Well, it's not as if I ever tried to control it. I haven't made a habit of fighting wild beasts. Unfortunately, it's part and parcel of traveling through Amareng. And while I understand that you want answers, you're not going to find them unprepared as you are. But if your heart is set on this, then we'll help you.
Reen, think about what you're saying. You're seriously considering taking Gaia to see Eden. There's no telling what might happen if she loses control again. So the safest option for her is to stay away until our work is done. Somewhere we can keep an eye on her. You must realize it's for her own good. I must concur with Thancred's assessment. At present, we know precious little of Gaia's origin, and less still of her powers. If she is indeed the Oracle of Darkness, her presence may complicate a task already fraught with peril, placing our mission and her own well-being in jeopardy. In full knowledge of the risk, dost thou still wish to pursue this course?
I do. It wasn't so long ago that I was living in isolation, being held against my will. Maybe the people keeping an eye on me thought that was for my own good, too. But if we shut Gaia away for our own convenience, we're no better than Vothri and Ranjit. I've learned that when someone is in need, we must reach out a helping hand, not push them away. Now it's my turn, to do for Gaia what you've all done for me. Even knowing the danger that lies ahead, I won't choose the easy way out. This is the path I've chosen. Is that good enough for you?
Well, can't say fairer than that. How about you, Urianger? The light of thy spirit doth burn bright. Mine apologies, my dear, but we felt it necessary to test thy resolve. Let it suffice it to say that thou hast left no room for doubt. For what it's worth, Reen, I never doubted you. But make no mistake, the danger that Urianger and I spoke of is all too real. If you're prepared to go through with this, we'll be right there beside you.
That means a lot to me. Thank you. I couldn't care less who I travel with. But if we're going to go, then let's get going already. There's supposed to be some sort of craft waiting at the Southern Watchtower, yes? Come along then, and don't fall behind.
How the hell is she walking in those heels on sand? Then again, I guess we can't really say much of anything, seeing as how Minfilia's the same way.
It might be a bit of a tight squeeze with the 5 of us, but we'll manage. Perhaps Urianger can sit on top of our luggage. And we're back. Alright, let's, I had hoped that during our absence, the rebalancing of ambient ether might work further change. Alas, 'twas not to be. As usual, we should keep our sojourn here as brief as possible. Let's tend to the business quickly. Everything seems fine here as far as I can tell. As for Gaia, she hasn't started attacking anything yet, so I'll take that as a good sign. So there it is. Wait, that's it? Eden, where I'll find the answers I seek. The bringer of the flood. The first Sin Eater. The bringer of the flood. The first Sin Eater. Would it lead me to my past or my future? What awaited on the path ahead, I couldn't say. But I had no choice but to take the first step. Oh, it was a narration. Alright. Alright, we're going to take a quick break. Until then, that's it for this episode of Cruising Sanctuary. Thank you to Arya Stormborn for joining us.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live at PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button. Be sure to turn on notifications so you're well informed. And be sure to subscribe to me for access to exclusive videos and live streams. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode and click here to watch the previous one. Until next time, Cruising X. Signing out.